Well, hello, welcome to the Tuesday trading session right here in Lagos, Nigeria. We know the week kicked off with profit-taking on the local bourse, but we'll see how it all plays out. Let's get to the top stories that set to agenda now. We'll see oil prices edged up today after a sharp plunge in the previous session. We see Brent crude there 0.6% up, still holding on to that $70 range, $71.86 a barrel. The U.S. grade is also up with a bigger move, 0.7%. $67.83 a barrel. See if we can get a recovery, back to the $70 range. That's for US WTI. But we'll see pressure. There's a lot of pressure, sell pressure still in the market, regardless of this uptick we see this morning. Let's get a check on the FX market now. See the session that's for the close yesterday. NAFEX that depreciated about 0.28%, but a bigger drop for the end firm window, 1,670 Naira. I was wondering if the 1,600 Naira level would hold, but they gave up that gain there to 1,670 Naira, down 4.42%, a big drop, despite the interventions that we saw from the previous week into this week. But we'll see if maybe the central bank would get back in there and intervene, as usual. 1,670 for the NAFEX window. A smaller loss, about 0.28%. And definitely be looking at the how the commodities market is reacting to this. Joining us to analyze price action, we have Dumebi Oluwole, senior analyst at financial derivatives company. Hello, Dumebi. Great to have you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, so it seems the oil prices have recovered, but are the oil bulls out of the woods yet?
Well, not exactly. We're still pricing in a lot of supply shocks stemming from the geopolitical tensions that we've seen over the past few days and weeks escalate, both between Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Hamas. And both factors are seriously, impacting oil supply and also prices. So I guess right now, those are like the major issues currently affecting oil prices. And we do think that the market will continue to price those into oil prices in the coming months. I think an additional thing to also mention is OPEC's some level of, let's say, pessimism on a rebound in oil demand. And so we're also seeing them being very conservative with their oil supply. And we do think that as well will be factored into prices in the coming months, as well as sluggish demand from China as well.
Right. All eyes on demand from China this time and geopolitics on one hand. But let's look at the FX market. A big drop yesterday at the official window. Same old demand outstripping supply?
Yes, pretty much. We did see a significant decline in the average daily turnover at the official market, which is somewhat an indicator of supply of FX at the market, because the average daily turnover, what it does tell us is the level of market activities or transactions that are happening in the FX market, and people can only demand what is supplied, right? So in that sense, we do know that the market was tight, and that is the reason why we're seeing a sharp drop in the FX rate at the official market. I think worth mentioning is also the fact that we've seen significant pressures as well at the parallel market. And it's not too far-fetched when you consider the demand factors that are currently, applying pressure on the FX market. We do know we're entering into the festive season. Businesses are going to try to restock, to try to take advantage of high demand that will prop up towards the end of the year. We also know that the import waiver is still on. Businesses are also trying to take advantage of that. We're also seeing some level of increase in FX from people that are trying to travel abroad, to travel demand basically towards the end of the year as well. So these are a couple of things that we're seeing, impact demand for FX at the market. And we do think that in order to somewhat stabilize the market ahead of the MPC meeting that will be coming up later on in November, we do think that the CBN will, somewhat intervene by probably having FX sales like it did in October, like it did in September, and also at the beginning of October, both to BDCs and also to authorized dealers commercial banks as well. And then possibly might be another retail Dutch auction to somewhat clear some of the FX backlogs that we do know has been resident with commercial banks for a couple of months.
All right, all eyes on the next meeting. Consensus, maybe another hike or maybe a hold at the next meeting. We'll definitely be looking out for that. Thank you so much, Dumebi Oluwole, Senior Analyst, Financial Derivatives Company. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.